Board members, Dr. Storsley, fellow administrators, faculty and staff, parents, guardians, family and friends, welcome to the Grayslake Senior High School Class of 2020 virtual graduation. Please rise for the national anthem. Welcome again. Seniors, 4 years ago, you set out on a journey to earn a high school diploma, and today we celebrate that great accomplishment. Just as the mythical heroes you studied in your English courses, the historical greats that you learned in social studies, and the scientific method that you learned in your science courses, you've met many great challenges along the way. When we met you in the winter of 2016, we said we would have a perfect vision for your high school career. Class of 2020, we know that that did not happen. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for your attention to detail. Thank you for being great members of the Rambley. Your journey does not end here. You've each come to a crossroads of sorts, one that will take you in many different directions. There are challenges that lie ahead of you. Some of you will enter the workforce. Others will choose to attend college. There are those among you who have chosen to defend the nation. If you've decided to do that, please come back during one of our Veterans Day celebrations. We would love to have you back. And thank you for your service. Students, keep in mind all the great lessons that you've learned at Grayslake Central. We prepared you with the skills for these next steps. Remember to enjoy each step of that journey, because life doesn't begin when you reach your goal. Life is about enjoying each moment, cherishing each person who comes into your life, and celebrating each success along the way. Seniors, we're confident that you will make us proud. You already have in so many ways. In the classroom, on the stage, on the field, and by simply growing up into the young adults who are here among us today. When you achieve your future success in your chosen field, I'd ask that you come home to Central, Zoom with us, and share your story with the students who are following in your footsteps. On behalf of the Board of Education, the faculty, staff, and administration, it has been a privilege and an honor to work with students with such an enthusiasm for learning, strong character, and who are now ready to take on the world. Class of 2020, best wishes to you, now and always. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Mikkel Storsley, Superintendent of Schools.
Well, Grayslake Rams, here you are. It's been a journey to get to this place, and I just want to say congratulations, you made it. I don't even know what to say to y'all. This isn't the graduation you planned on, but as your Grayslake Central experience is finally at an end, I hope you'll always remember how much your teachers, your administrators, your school staff worried about you and cared about you, but ultimately we knew you were going to be okay. We know you're smart, you're resilient, you're caring, you're courageous, and you were going to get through it all. And you were going to help each other get through it all as well. Although we couldn't be around each other very much in the last few months, as you fly on to new beginnings, I hope you'll remember that you'll always have a home here. In the 5 years since school was canceled on March 13th, you've dealt with a lot. More than we'll ever know, probably. This has been such a long journey for you and your families, I'm still at a loss as to what to say to you all. How about this?
It is my pleasure to introduce the student choice for staff speaker, Mr. Matt Bridges.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, or maybe it's 2 a.m. and you're looking for something else to watch since you just finished season 1 of Outer Banks. Early in my career, a teacher told me I would never be selected to give this speech. Well, here we are. Lesson learned, never say never. It is a privilege and honor to speak to you this graduation, regardless of how unorthodox our circumstances are. This is still a wonderful time and a celebration of 4 years of becoming one Ram family. You know, I hope my hair is okay. This is my last take. Graduates, you are robbed from finishing your senior year, from spring activities, senior countdown, prom, graduation, and so much more. Nobody knew that Friday, March 13th was going to be the last time you were a student at Central. But never forget, once a Ram, always a Ram. Too many. Facing this pandemic was not easy. Some of you had to take on more responsibilities at home, while others may know someone who passed from COVID. Some of the outcomes were horrible. We can't forget that. But we can use this time to change our focus. Hear me out. You cannot allow what happened over the last 4 months to define you or your time at Central. Do not allow what happened to rob your future. You can choose to look at this as a learning experience. Because of the events, you learn not to take anything for granted. You know what it's like when something is taken from you in a blink of an eye. My hope for all of you is that you will appreciate what you have when you have it and come to recognize the value of time. Commit to no more time wasted and use it as time spent improving. Graduates, you have shown some amazing character during your time at Central and especially the past few months. Whether it was organizing a parade for a friend, making maps, or writing random letters of kindness, you helped others. Or maybe you were part of Zoom meetings at 9 p.m. to just chat. Thank you for all of that, and so much more. You demonstrated great self-control and responsibility by staying home when all you wanted was to hang out with some friends. Or, if we are being honest, go back to school. You may have spent a great deal of time with your families, where you have come to appreciate having family dinners. Maybe you cooked together, cleaned together, had game or movie nights together. Maybe you had a chance to spend more time with a sibling who was home from college. Some were able to use this time to explore interests and passions. Some did computer coding or robotics. Some learned how to remodel a bathroom, build a deck, or worked on cars. Maybe you read more, or used the downtime to not feel guilty just binge watching your favorite shows. Some took time to reflect. As life slowed down, you took time to think about real, meaningful things. You dug deep to discover your true goals, what makes you happy, and what can you change. You realized through all of this what is important to you, what you appreciate, what you miss, and maybe even what you do not miss. You will always have these memories. These priceless memories and moments will serve you well in your future. I am inspired by all of you. Thank you for what you did and will continue to do to make a positive impact on others. You should be proud. I am, and I am confident in you leading us to a better future. For better or for worse, your time at Central is over. You have left your mark, your legacy. Some may be sad, others happy. You have a chance to start over, to reset. Maybe that reset button was pushed back in March. If not, it's not too late. The choice is yours. If you are in a bad place or weren't satisfied, reset, refocus, and change for the better. You know it, and I know that you can do it, and so do all those that love you. But something inside of you has to want it. If you need help, it is okay to ask for it. You should. It is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and courage. Look for someone to mentor you and guide you. Life should be about the impact we make on others. and measured by the relationships we build. Every interaction you have with someone can teach you something you did not know. Even if that person is someone you don't like, you can learn from that. Start to see the positive in everything that you do. If you feel like things are going well, great, but don't settle. Continue to push yourself to do more, to be better. You are all stronger than you were a few months ago. Understand that and use that to move forward. If you want to advance your situation, you must first adjust your thoughts. Let me ask you, during this whole e-learning, did you use your time wisely to improve, to get stronger, to grow? Or were you critical and negative? Choose to be positive while others are negative. Be strong while others are weak. Act when others don't, and choose faith over fear. The struggle, the pain, adversity, even triumphs and victories are all part of the building process. Embrace it all. Struggle builds character, the character we need to sustain true success. I encourage you to turn struggle into strength and pain into purpose. No matter what, it takes toughness and determination to get to where you are. So where do we go from here? First, I would like to thank you all. Thank you for impacting my life and inspiring me to be better. I believe that is where we start. We shift our mindsets and actions to be more positive, to show and understand appreciation and empathy. I encourage you to all show gratitude. Try this. When you wake up, take time to think about what you appreciate in your life. What is good? What are you thankful for? This will set your mindset for the day. You cannot be stressed out at the same time you're thinking about how blessed you are. Your mind does not work that way. This will help you. Before we serve others, we have to take care of ourselves. This is why there's so much talk about mindfulness, meditation, and prayer. Then, spread positivity to others and look for ways to give back. By doing this, you're going to feel energized. This is not easy. Most things that are worth it are not easy. It takes time and deliberate effort. There will always be bad days and difficult times. Understand that it is okay not to be okay. Own your feelings. Allow yourself to be upset. Embrace your emotions, but do not let those emotions take you over. You have the choice in how you respond. Empower yourself to get back to where you feel good and keep moving forward so you can be okay. Believe in yourself and believe that better days are ahead. Unfortunately, there will always be the naysayers, the jerks. Use that to motivate you and become stronger. Your positive energy must be greater than everyone's negativity. Look for opportunities. Find joy and hope in hard times. At this point in the speech, after many do-overs, lunch, dinner, and even a shower, I think I'm ready to wrap it up. Okay, take 20, camera crew. Think about times when you were feeling down and someone raised you up. So do simple acts of kindness. It could mean the world to someone else. Replace have to with get to. You get to start making habits that will impact your life and others for the better. Take the time to consider and reflect your years leading up to Central, your years at Central, and your future. What you think most about, you will become. So be positive and spread positivity. Be more empathetic. Laugh more. Watch funny videos. TikToks, get a joke book. Spend time with those that make you smile, laugh, and who you can be your true self around. Celebrate your successes. Replay them in your head before bed. Make a jar. Put your joys and successes of the day in the jar. Read them when you have to and need to. Be humble yet hungry to improve. Serve others. Be leaders. Lead with courage, care, and love. As the song by Thomas Rhett and others put it so well, when you do somebody wrong, make it right. Don't hide in the dark, you were born to shine. In a world full of hate, be the light. In a place that needs a change, make a difference. In a time full of noise, just listen. It is your time Decide how you will use it. Graduates, I cannot wait to see that all that you will accomplish. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Bridges. It is now my honor to introduce Olivia Garcia, the student speaker for the graduation of the class of 2020.
Picture this: parking in your spot at 7:28 in the morning and running to class. Passing your best friend in the hall on your way to second period. Scanning your ID to go out to SLO with your friends like you do every Thursday. These are only a few of the good things we've experienced this year. Of course, there are some things we're definitely looking forward to, like theater events, orchestra shows, Mr. GCHS, spring sports, senior countdown, an in-person graduation, and so much more. None of us knew it was going to be our last time going out for SLO, parking in our spots that we waited so long for, not to mention all the money we spent in $2 to get there, our last time eating a Kathy's cookie, getting a calzone, stopping for coffee on a late start, or quickly walking past the deans in the morning because we forgot to bring our lanyards to school for the third time that month. When taking a photo, you focus the camera on the main part of the image, the thing you want to stand out the most. If you were to look at the class of 2020, you'd probably see that COVID is the main focus, but we cannot let it define us. It's easy for us to look at the viewfinder and put the focus on the unfortunate things we've been through. But when bad things happen that are out of our control, we just need to focus on something else. When there's something in the frame you don't like, switch the focus to the good things in your view. The legacy we leave at Central today is far greater than the one people may see through their own viewfinder. The most important thing I learned in high school is that it's all about perspective. You have the power to control the way that you view and perceive things. You have control over more of your life than you think. At the beginning of high school, I often found myself being quite negative, at times bringing myself and the people around me down. I'm not sure exactly when, but a switch just kind of flipped in my head, and I wanted to be more positive. I realized there just wasn't time to go through life with a negative outlook. So now, every night before I go to bed, I write down 4 good things that happened to me that day. That way, even if I have a not so great day, in the grand scheme of things, it's not so bad after all. I've realized that I am the one that can create the opportunities to see the good in all things. Whether you've had the best high school experience, the worst, or somewhere in between, the spring of our senior year is when we're all itching to move on to the next chapter of our lives. We get impatient, we start caring less about our schoolwork, and we just can't wait for a fresh start. It's kind of like taking a Polaroid picture. You take the photo and then just have to sit there as it turns from a blank white rectangle to the finished product. You get antsy, start shaking it, thinking it'll speed up the process, and get frustrated by all the weird blobs that show up, not really being able to tell if the photo's going to turn out the way you envisioned it to. You sit there, acting like having to watch the image slowly develop is the same as watching paint dry, or more relatable to my classmates, waiting for quarantine to finally be over. A Polaroid developing is similar to things in life. These blobs are actually all around us. They're events that happen or things in our life that just don't make sense. They're confusing and frustrating, but by finding the joy in watching these blobs develop, we build trust that they'll end up creating the image we want. Everything is a process, and most of the time, not a fast one. But maybe we don't have to rush through it. Maybe we don't need to shake the Polaroid. Maybe all we need is a little change in perspective. Lenses in a camera can change the perspective of an image, each lens changing the way things appear in the frame. We all see life through different lenses too. Some make us see negatively, some more positively, and so on. These lenses help to change the way we view the world around us. So who's to say we can't simply change the lens that we use to view life the way we do on a camera? These lenses give us new perspectives, and life's too short to live with the lens other than one that helps you see the beauty and joy in all that's around you. Today, I want each and every one of you to know that your accomplishments throughout the last 4 years, no matter how big or small, are recognized and celebrated, even 2 months after they were supposed to be. Remember, we don't have to be in such a rush for the picture to develop or for the next chapter of our lives to arrive. Starting now, the class of 2020 leaves behind a legacy of hard work, dedication, success, and the strength to persevere through all that comes our way. So as we leave Grayslake Central today and move on from this chapter of our lives to the next, I hope that all of you take this as an opportunity to embrace and enjoy the process, all of the weird blobs that come with it. Take time to focus on all the good things in the frame, and ask yourself moving forward, what lens will I look at life through? Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Dr. Storsley and members of the Grayslake Community High School District 127 Board of Education, I hereby acknowledge that the members of the class of 2020, as listed in the program, have successfully completed the graduation requirements and are eligible to receive the Grayslake Central High School Diploma. Congratulations, graduates. It has been our pleasure to have you here for the last 4 years. We wish you the greatest success. Thank you.
Class of 2020, I now invite you to move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives. Where we gonna be when we turn 25? I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this here, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out, cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now, cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And we were so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, we'll not just still be funny. We will still remember everything we learned in school. Still be trying to break every single rule. We'll lead a brainy body, be the stockbroken man. We'll never find a job that won't interfere with your tan. I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's a time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. We will still be friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's a time to